not expecting this today. Oh, look at that. Heading down to Keystone Harley Davidson, Perryville, Pennsylvania, to take a test ride on the LiveWire. I figured one day I'd get to do this, but didn't know when. The only reason I'm doing this is for the experience, to just be able to say this was something I did. A lot of people don't understand the LiveWire. This was never intended to be a mass-produced, big seller, affordable. Basically, Harley said, let's make an electric bike. Let's take all the available tech and make the best thing we can make. I don't know if they had a target price, but they came in at $30,000. And it is a great bike. But because it has all the best stuff, it's expensive. And I expect that, like all other Harleys, the fit and finish is going to be really top. And some people might argue with that, but I got to tell you, just things like the controls, the switches, things like that on a Harley, they're just different in a good way. They just feel good. That's my experience, and that's one of the things I love about Harleys. So I expect that, and from what I've read about the LiveWire and the people who really know what they're talking about, who have reviewed it, it really is a great bike. And I was wondering if they were going to have it parked out front. And they do. Alright, so inside the dealership, just filled out a few things on the iPad, signed a form, I took my driver's license.
Alright, my friend, come around here please, and I'm going to show you what's going on. When we bring this up, okay, of course, where it's going to boot up. I cannot do what I want to do with the side stand now. Okay. This here, I'm going to change this mode here because
I don't want to fall off the back of the bike.
That's very, very aggressive.
That's what I've heard.
It's very aggressive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on this mode here. Of course, traction controls on, all the other good stuff. ABS, okay? Yep. The ABS light will go off anywhere between 9 and 12 mile an hour.
Okay.
And it's activated. So I'm going to leave it in that mode. If you get comfortable on it, because see that?
Yep.
She's going.
She's going.
If you're comfortable with it and you want to change the mode on it, be my guest. But to get you around, you go to the S. Okay? So, I will shut her down. She's in that mode. You may get suited up.
All right, let's do it.
You're all prepared.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Just going to take my time, nice and easy, get the feel of it.
See, you're going after that clutch.
I am already going for that clutch. All right.
So basically, bring the kickstand up.
Kickstand's up.
Okay, so now we're going to come over here.
Okay.
And this is our run-off on switch, just like on the bike.
Okay. On.
What's going to happen? It's going to boot up.
Mm-hmm.
And press our start button on the bottom half.
Don't have to hold a brake or anything? Okay. And that's it. She's on. All right. Foot pegs are back there.
Yep.
All right, my friend. And we're off. Whee! Oh my goodness. That is some serious thrust right there. And man, is that quiet. Just that little howl. Oh man. Okay, I'm still reaching for clutch. You have the sensation it's going to stall when you come to a stop because you're not squeezing a clutch. And that was baby mode, right? I am holding on to these hand grips like you wouldn't believe. Alright, I gotta slow down a little bit and get my mirrors right because they're not helping me at all. So let's get those right. Alright, that one's flopping around, so that's no use. I just looked down and I was doing 70. I mean, that is incredible. When you let off the throttle, it does have that engine brake type of feel, which is actually nice because you don't have to go jamming for the brake. But okay, that is unlike anything I've ever experienced. It just totally launches you. Quiet, but there's no brake in the acceleration. You just... That is incredible. Alright, we're going to take this exit. I have a feeling we're going to be doing this route more than once. Still reaching for that clutch. Oh my goodness. That is quite amazing. So quiet. And just that linear thrust of power. The suspension, well, I hit some bumps. I hit some bumps out on that road. I mean, it's not a touring bike, but I guess for what it is, the suspension's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can launch. I got people behind me. That is insane. That is quite insane. Yeah, we're definitely going to turn around and do this again in this sport mode for sure. As he's telling me all the people that are out today and normally he'd come with me, I'm like, no, you don't have to come with me. I can go on my own. So on the way down, I was talking about Harley fit and finish and quality, and this poor mirror is blowing around in the wind. It just needs to be tightened. Okay guys, we are now in sport mode. Oh yeah, wow, even more. Just unbelievable amounts of torque. Man. If you could take this bike somewhere where you had really good roads and you could just spend a couple hours on it getting acclimated to it, you could really have some fun with this bike. I mean, insane fun. I mean, just on a test ride, it's surprising I really got acclimated to it pretty quick. It really does have a pretty natural feel. You just twist that throttle and man, it takes off. And it stops so nice. And this thing has all that tech on it, traction control, all that stuff. It's just the camera, honey. When my wife watches my videos, she says, it looks like I'm going so fast. And I say, no, it's just the camera that makes it look like that. It's usually true. Well, if an electric vehicle has the reputation of being, you know, leafy green and all that, oh my goodness, this thing is just amazing. Just amazing. I'm so glad I did this today. Wow. This is amazing. Oh, what a bummer it's over. This was fantastic. And I'm so glad this was not an escorted ride, because this really was so better than anything I imagined. my word. What a fantastic machine. Not thinking about price or any of that stuff, just the machine itself. They hit this thing out of the park. Oh man, it is amazing. This is gonna take a little while to wear off. Oh man, this was fantastic. Guys, if you have a chance to ride one of these, do not pass it up. Whew. So I went down and did the route that you told me.
Yeah, but you had to go a little further.
I came back, and then I pulled over and I put it into sport and did it again.
That's a wake-up call.
And it really is. It's like, even on the regular mode, it's insane, you know? So this isn't a gas tank, obviously. Charge port. For being so small, the seat actually isn't bad. That is just unspeakably fun. Okay, so what do I think? Guys, that's not a motorcycle. It's a vomit comet. It is... I've never giggled so much on a bike ever. Now, I will just say I love my bike. I love the rumble of a twin cam engine, the Harley exhaust, the clutch, that whole experience. I love that. But the just ridiculous amount of power on the LiveWire is, you can't imagine it until you've actually experienced it. It's only October, but I have to say, if that was my last ride until next year, that would be one heck of a way to end the riding season. If you have the opportunity to take one of those for a spin, you owe it to yourself. It's just such a cool experience. And I got a free t-shirt. Here's some parting thoughts on the LiveWire from today. If that bike was any faster, you would seriously need a backrest and a seatbelt. I mean, it is crazy how much thrust there is. If you can ride one, go do it. You won't regret it. It's Friday night. I'm gonna go home and change my rear tire this weekend. Wish me well. Till next time.